Hey guys, it's Brad and the Buff. I got my buff in my head and I'm ready to go. Today I want to talk to you how I do the vast majority of my research for my gear and my hiking and kind of what I watch on YouTube for fun to give me information about backpacking. So we're going to go right into that. So just like everybody else, I have YouTubers that I like to watch. I mean, you're watching me, so I'm assuming that you're watching other people. I am an enthusiast and just enjoy seeing what other people are doing, how they're making their gear. A lot of my ideas come from these other people. Some of them are through hikers, some of them are ultralight, some of them aren't. So let me give you the people that I typically end up gravitating towards the most, and I hope I keep finding more and more. But one of them is Dan Becker. I don't know any of these people personally, I'm just a fan, but Dan Becker's videos have been really helpful. He's not an ultralight guy, he just finds equipment, he does a lot of different equipment things, and he's like me, he does mostly weekend trips, so it's someone I can identify with. His videos are shot really well, they're really informational, he's just fun to watch. Another guy I like to watch who's super popular is Darwin on the Trail. He does a lot of gear review, he does a lot of individual gear pieces, and he is a thru hiker. And he does big trails like the Appalachian Trail, but he also does some smaller, 200-300 mile trails, which is what I would like to get to. And so I enjoy watching him. Once again, he's just entertainment, seems like a down-to-earth guy, and I enjoy his videos. Juliterhikes is another guy. He's a little bit more laid back, and he's been a lot of fun to watch. He's primarily just a thru hike guy, but you get kind of attached to these people and their personalities. They have a different way of laying things out. He's a super ultralight guy, so it's fun to watch exactly how he gets his gear condensed. One of the other ones is Homemade Wanderlust, and she does a lot of different gear reviews, and she does some like interesting side trail stories and some like the way she does things a little bit different than the rest. I think it's a little bit more personal maybe, but it's really cool, and it gives you some it's more like storytelling than it is informational, and I enjoy that aspect. As far as like online sites that I like to do with gear, my favorite one is Outdoor Gear Labs, and the reason I like them the most is because what they do is they try to assign a number. So they try to make it data driven for different qualities of a piece of gear, so that way you can compare them on a numbers basis. They try to make the subjective as objective as possible, which I enjoy. Some of the other ones are Switchback Travel I like to read about, Backpacker Magazine reviews. I subscribe to Backpacker Magazine, I have it. I like their gear reviews, and I like Clever Hiker. And those are some of my websites that I'm going to go to for gear information. That they typically are going to have top 10 shoes of 2020, top 10 pieces of gear for 2020, top 10 backpacks of 2020. And so I'll typically read those and get myself familiar. One thing I will say about a lot of these sites is you do need to be aware of the fact that they're reviewing the gear that they're given a lot of times. So some of the smaller, what they call cottage makers, they're not going to be in these reviews. So there are pieces of gear that you're much better off going and looking on YouTube for some of these thru hikers and finding out what they use, because they're not getting paid to review the gear. They're just using the stuff they like. And some of the stuff takes off through these thru hikers because they hear about it from other people when it gets through the grapevine. So don't just rely on that information, but it's a good place to get like a basic understanding. Those particular websites are a good place to get understanding of what most gear has to offer and pros and cons. As far as like actually the hikes that I do, most of the time, my favorite one is probably hiking upward. I just like the mapping of it. It gives a pretty detailed information. It tells you where the water sources and how sparse they can be. That's probably my favorite one, but usually I'm just gonna, I'll use like the state websites or the national websites for the trails, the rip-off maps or whatever, and I'll kind of put things together myself. But those are some of the places that I'm going to go if you're wondering where I go to get information for gear or hikes or what I'm watching on YouTube. I believe I made all the people I follow on YouTube public so you can see it. I'm not sure how that works, but I believe so you can see all the people that I am following on YouTube, and you're more than happy to follow them as well. But anyways, just want to let you guys give some insight into how I get my information for hiking and just do a short video on it. So I'll catch you guys later. Hey guys, if you like the video you just saw, please subscribe, click the bell so you can get alerted for any new videos that I may do, and check the links below for any information I described in the video. I'll try to put as much there as possible. Thanks for watching.